Alright guys, for for today, it's not a really good day for me. I lost and then I also kind of revenge, not really revenge traded, but I traded twice. Like I entered once and then entered again, but the second enter, like my bias was so strong. I was so positive that we're gonna go higher, like we're gonna go, like, but I also, like, you know uh positive for longs that, you know I like, it's well, it's not really like, uh going against my own rules, but well, it is going against my own rule. My rules is one trade a day, but still I was so positive that we're gonna go higher that we entered twice. But I entered and then I didn't lose the second one. Well, I did, but I exited out really quickly. As soon as I entered, it took me like 20 seconds to realize that, I'm not following my rules, and I'm revenge trading, so I exited out late. But anyways, took this trade in school. I entered really late because I was daydreaming. Like, I saw the entry, and then I saw price creating my entry point, and then I just blacked out. Like, I couldn't even think straight. Honestly, man, it sucks. I couldn't even think straight. I was just staring at it. I didn't know what I was doing. Usually, when I'm about to enter, I would like prep all my lot size and positions. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what I was doing here. Yeah, but anyways, even if I entered perfectly, I still would have lost this. But on the daily, we were bullish at this time. We did have this fair value gap, which is the only reason I see, which is the only reason I see us that I see, like, that the only valid reason I lost um this trade. But yeah, we were bullish on the day. This candle wasn't this low, and this for daily forever is the only reason why I lost. If it's not the reason why I lost, then I don't know what is. Coming into London session, uh we were within this Ferrari gap, this internal range liquidity. We also swept. We also had we also swept these prominent lows, but we broke structure, but it broke back down. And then we swept these swing lows right here, and then we had a reaction off of it. Okay. And then we have this 1 minute, uh we had this 1 minute manipulation. We had this 1 minute AMD accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I was really wish we still should have went up, but let me just go over. Wait, let me just go over. We have news. 8:30, average hour earnings, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, and at 10 we have uh PMI. But we were bullish on the 4 hour. We were bullish on the 4 hour, bullish on the 1 hour as well. So, like, and we also have this daily fair value gap to get filled, but we were bullish on the 4 hour and 1 hour, that price that I was like, you know certain that price wouldn't fill this fair value gap today, maybe tomorrow. But guess you can always expect that price will fill that like this day, like this fair value gap. It didn't get filled this day, but it got filled this day. Like, I thought price would just go up before going back down, but It's quite unlucky. This is the only reason I see myself losing. If that's not the reason, I don't know what is. 4 hour bullish, 1 hour bullish. I was like ready to take longs. We were in this 1 hour internal in 1 hour internal range liquidity, and we also swept this swing low and this swing low, and we have this 1 minute accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We accumulated, manipulated, and we distributed, but did it. We barely distributed. But yeah, I got liquidated. Yep, I was the liquidity. You know, I've been winning so much, but my wins have been small. Like I've been hitting a lot of break evens, but still I've been winning a lot. I guess it was bound to happen. Like I followed everything. Even despite my late entry, I still would have lost even if I had perfect entry. As you can see, we got liquidated and liquidated even more. Tomorrow's a bank holiday, which kind of pisses me off because like we just filled this fair value gap, and you know tomorrow I was looking for longs, but yeah, it is unlucky. Anyways, back to my entry. Internal links, liquidity. We swept these two swing lows and swing lows, swing lows, swing lows, swing lows, swing lows. We swept low sell side resistant liquidity at this 1 minute AMD. We broke structure here. I saw I didn't see no fair value gap. The only thing I saw was this order block. Well, I don't even know if this is the order block, if I even marked correctly, but this was like where price accumulated a lot, so I just expected that to be the order block. There was no That was the order block. Price was already up here. Um uh yeah, and I only saw this equilibrium, went to the 1 minute. I should have entered right here on this inverse, on this 1 minute gap, and you know at least went up here, but I was daydreaming and I was daydreaming and entered super late. Well, I didn't enter super late. I waited for a 1 minute confluence. We had this fair value gap. Uh, we had a bullish reaction out of this fair value gap, and I was like, all right, I can enter here, even though I didn't want to. I should have entered on this in 1 minute inverse, and then as you can see, price went up, trailed my stop loss, and then it tapped into this accumulation range, which I think was the order block, and then tapped into this accumulation range, and then I entered again, and after this 1 minute breaker structure, and then price trailed my stop loss yet again. So I was liquidated like crazy. Yeah, I think if I were to enter here, right, like I were to enter on this 1 minute inverse, I don't think I would have entered on this second trade. I didn't really Price didn't go all the way down. I exited like right around here because I knew I was revenge trading, so I lost about like 1.25% today. I realized I was revenge trading, and I mean I wasn't really revenge trading. I was It was like more like a really strong bullish bias today, but still price didn't give me that reaction that I wanted, and I realized well, this is not really revenge trading. It's more like I really have a strong bullish bias. I know I already said that. But I also realized that it is breaking my rule because I only have one trade a day, and yeah, I lost by 1.25%. I shouldn't. My first mistake was definitely entering super late and daydreaming, and my second mistake was entering here even though I had a really strong bias. But as you can see, we also inverse this 5 minute fair value gap, which fair value gaps or inverse fair value gaps are my number one always go to confluence. So even like I reverse this fair value gap, I shouldn't have entered again here, even though we got that 1 minute breaker structure on this order block. But yeah, besides that, I'm really okay with this. Not I'm okay with this first loss, because even though I was really mad, and like as you can see, I usually enter either on the 5 minute like candle upwards, like the 5 minute like that candle on that time frame, during that confluence, like this 5 minute confluence, and had this 5 minute bullish reaction, 5 minute bullish reaction. And I also could have entered, like my two ways to enter off a confluence are usually that 1 minute breaker structure, or that candle in that specific time frame, like 5 minute equilibrium, then 5 minute bullish reaction. So I was like, all right, I'm also fine with this, but fine with this entry, because I could have entered here, but entering here also makes sense because this was the candle that this price range that I entered was was like this candle close. So I was kind of not that mad, because I also could have entered here, because it's either the 1 minute breaker structure. I know I'm yapping a lot, but it's either this 1 minute breaker structure, or that 5 minute confirmation, or whatever time frame confirmation that is, according to whatever time frame you're using for your confluence. But yeah, I'm fine with this loss. Not really fine with this entry, because we inverse this and I still entered even on that 1 minute break structure. And as you know, fair value gaps are my number one confluence, and should be probably, and should be respected. I mean, should be like everybody's top confluence to pair with, like in terms of ICT and TJR, whatever. But yeah, besides that, I'm not really mad, because price did trail my stop loss, and even if I entered perfectly, I still would have lost. I know I said that already, but I the only reason I see myself losing is to fill that fair value gap. But besides that, I don't really know what went wrong. Anyways, that's today's trade recap, and yeah, that's it. I lost about 1.25%, which is about $75 on my $6,000 account, demo account. But yeah, that's it.